Hello, I just wanted to say before the video starts, I apologize for the low quality audio in this video. I was trying out a new Bluetooth microphone, which I'm actually recording this voiceover on because I don't have any other microphone at the moment. And it just sounds awful. I don't know why it comes with this like high pass filter built into it that makes everything sound like it was recorded in a tin can. But it just sounds terrible. There's also this like scuffling noise of my fingers on the mic for the first 2 minutes of the video. That goes away, so it does get better, but just letting you know, don't buy a Bluetooth microphone on Amazon. Always use wired if you can. And yeah, thank you. Enjoy the video. If you watched my last talky video where I was just rambling on the concept of heroes, you would have seen this clip.
Dad, who's my hero? And I remember him looking down at me, looking pretty confused, and he just said, like, well, your hero's whoever you want it to be. Shit.
So yeah, I was recording with a wired microphone, and the tripod fell over, and it broke. It damaged the wire, so the microphone broke. And I said in that video that for the next one, I'd have to get a new microphone, and I did. I got a Bluetooth one off Amazon, and I think it sounds like fucking shit. Maybe I'll get a new microphone. Maybe this video is just gonna sound like shit. What's this guy doing now? Is he gonna come up and is he riding over to me? What's going on here? I don't really know how close or far away to hold it from my face. I gather that it's pretty sensitive, so I'm going to try and keep it down here, but maybe you won't be able to hear me. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, the reason that I have come here today is because I wanted to tell you a story about something that happened to me recently. It's not a super intricate or eventful story, I suppose, but it's just kind of a silly anecdote about how recently I got, unintentionally, got roped into playing playing live for the first time as myself as Shibbler. So a little bit of context is required for this story. I run a record label as a passion project with a friend of mine, and we started it in college and submitted it as our final piece, our final piece of coursework, um, and then we kind of just kept going with it, just helping out local bands, putting on gigs and stuff in our local area. So one day recently, toward the end of February, I can't remember exactly what date it was, but I went down to a local music venue to talk with the owner about putting on an event there under the name of our record label. Actually, I'm just realizing now, when this video will be scheduled to come out, I'm going to be at the event setting up, which is kind of fun. But I went down to talk to the venue owner about organising this event. I went down at about 6 o'clock. And when I walked into the venue, there was a few people there. There was some bar staff, and there was a sound tech. And I went up to the bar and I just said, can I talk to the guy's name about putting on a gig? She told me that the guy I was looking for was upstairs on Zoom in a meeting, and that I could just wait till come back later. And I didn't have anything to do, so I said I'll wait. So I waited about 20 minutes, half an hour. Just made some small talk with some of the bar staff and the sound tech, and then after about that period of time, she went upstairs to check again and came back down and told me that he's probably not going to be able to see me tonight, and just to email him. So I said, cool, fine, whatever. I'll send him an email. She gave me the email addresses, and then as I was sort of walking out, a lady came up to me and asked if I played, and I said, oh, a little bit. And she said, well, we're doing an acoustic showcase tonight, and someone hasn't turned up and hasn't responded to any messages, so we need someone to fill in. And then I did some more umming and ahhing, and I kind of said, oh, well, see, I'm left-handed and there's no left-handed guitars. And she kind of laughed and she was like, oh, good excuse, whatever. And then I left. So I was walking back to my car from the venue, and I was really thinking about it. I was really like, what if I actually just gave it a go? Because even though it's not a lie that I'm left-handed, I have taught myself to play guitar just upside down on a right-handed guitar. So it wouldn't be an issue. Before I left the house to go to the venue, I didn't need it, but for whatever reason, I just thought to just put my guitar in my car. I was leaving the house and I just saw it, and I was like, you know what, I'll put it in the car, I might need it, which was quite the stroke of luck, I think. So I'd walked back to my car, and it was coming up to about 7 o'clock now when that acoustic showcase was scheduled to start. And I sat in my driver's seat and I looked at the guitar on the passenger seat. I was looking at it and I was just thinking, these aren't the kind of opportunities that just appear like this so conveniently every day. So I picked up that guitar and just to see for myself, I started playing through some of my songs. The only songs that I felt confident enough in uh, were songs that I had to record for my first EP because I've never played live. I'd never played live before this. I never had any intention of um, playing live yet, anyway, because I don't think I have enough songs that are ready. But I played through a couple that I could remember from that I wrote on the first EP, and I had 4 songs. I ran through my set twice. I had about maybe 8 minutes worth of music. I said, "There we are, that'll do." And it was raining that night, so I had a big yellow coat on, and I wrapped the coat round the guitar and kind of just like shielded the exposed bits with my body and ran back to the venue. I got there at about 7:30, when the lady who was putting on the event, she was playing. She finished her set, and then she asked if I wanted to go next. So I thought, might as well, not beat around the bush. It's not like I had much much music to play anyway. So I thought, might as well just get it out of the way. Now, I've been playing live music on stage since about September or October of 2021. So it's not something that's completely unfamiliar to me, but I've never ever uh, gone up on stage on my own. I've never played guitar on stage because I used to be mainly a bassist. At the moment, I'm playing drums in the band that I'm in. But I've jumped between a couple bands, just in rhythm section roles, but I've never played guitar really in front of anyone. I've never sung in front of anyone. So it was kind of like going on stage for the first time again for me anyway. So that's kind of just why I wanted to get it out of the way because I knew that if I waited and if I'd sort of sat on it and just watched everyone else perform, it would have gotten to me, and I may have just backed out at the last minute. So I went up and I just set up my guitar. Um, they mic'd me up, and I said, "Hello. Uh, I just stumbled in here. I didn't know I was playing tonight." And just kind of explained the situation. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I never told anyone like my name. I said my name was Shay, but I didn't introduce myself as Shibbler, which is quite silly of me. But yeah, I just got up and I explained the situation, which seemed to get a couple of laughs from the people in the crowd. The crowd was it was about 10, 12 people there, I'd say. Half of them were the musicians that were playing. Um, and I think that was a really nice environment. I think that's why I did it. If it was busier, I probably wouldn't have gone for it. But because it was such a small crowd, and I didn't really know anyone there. One or two people I'd seen around, just being in the local music scene, but there was no one who I'd ever like properly introduce myself to, or vice versa. So there was really no pressure if it went terrible. Yeah, so I was on stage and I just said, explain the situation, and I just said, right, let's have a crack at it then. I think the first song I played was Too Stoned, um, and I think it went pretty dreadfully at first, uh, just because of the nerves. I just could, I never having sung in front of anyone before. Really, my voice was sort of all over the place and couldn't really hit the notes. Well, not hit the notes, but I was just very off key, I think. But once the nerves sort of settled and I got into the mood of it and just accepted like this is how it's going. This is what it is. Just do it. The second half of the song was all right, I think. And had sort of an unexpected reaction actually when it got to the line, "I am not a vegetable, I am a man," and some people seem to find that quite funny. Um, I like to think that maybe they weren't laughing at the song and they just thought it was funny, even though I suppose I never intended it to be funny. Who knows? It was just something I noticed. Yeah, and then I think I just kind of made some quips and some comments in between the song just to pad time a little bit, so it didn't seem like I was just up there for 8 minutes. The next song I played was Cocoon Me Janie. I don't really have anything to say about that. I just played it, and it was short. It's only a minute long. Just played it, and it was all right. So then the third song I played was a song that I've given a really stupid title, and it's nothing that I ever really thought about before because I just couldn't think of a title for the song, and I just thought like, well, I don't really give a fuck about titles. I'll just name it something stupid because it would be funny if such a nice song has such a gross title. Um, but then I was so it was something I was thinking about when I was sitting down before playing before getting up and playing is that I was like, oh fuck, at some point I'm gonna have to introduce that song. Um, but I didn't. I just skipped over it and I just said, if you want to know what the song's called, you got to listen to it on streaming services. But yeah, anyway, I played that song. Um, if you've listened to my first EP, you know which song it is. Yeah, that went the best of all of them, and especially like the final chorus that begins with the line, "I need a girl who will lay eggs in my brain." Um, that got some good laughs, which did make me smile again, and which begins with the line, "I need a girl who can lay eggs in my brain," um, which did get some pretty big laughs, which was really nice actually, because at that point I could tell that I wasn't being laughed at; they just thought the words were funny, which was nice, and it kind of turned me on to the fact that maybe there's some sort of comedic potential to the way I write songs. It was never really intentional. I just kind of like having like this sort of whimsical and silly edge sometimes to my songwriting, especially when I'm writing something of a pop song like that song is. But yeah, it's something that since that night and seeing that reaction from people has made me think about it a bit more, and it's something I'd like to kind of incorporate into my songs, my songwriting, like a bit more consciously in the future. And then we come to the last song, and the only other song that I could remember how to play and that I was confident in playing was Kian's song, which yeah, the whiplash from that other song with a stupid title to that one is probably pretty harsh. And I acknowledge that. I said, I've only got one more song, and it's a bit more, it's a bit of a different move to all the other ones. Kian's song is a song I wrote when I found out that someone who I was friends with in my early teens, but hadn't seen for years. When I woke up and got a text one morning, uh, they had passed away, and I just wrote that song pretty much like as soon as I found out, like that day. And it's pretty. It's not a definitely not a light song, um, but it was the only other one I had, so I played it. And yeah, it kind of put a downer on the whole thing, but some of the people there did say afterwards, like that was pretty powerful stuff, which again made me very happy to hear that. So yeah, that was it basically, and then it was a round of applause, and I came off stage, and some people came up to me and gave me feedback, which is genuinely very helpful actually. It wasn't just I like this, I like that. Um, some people did compliment some of the songs I wrote, which was nice, but it was also some technical things like how to sing into a microphone, because that's the thing is I'd never even really sung into a microphone before, didn't in a live music capacity, so just some technical tips as well. It was just good stuff really. There was one guy who came up after and compared the way that I write songs to that of Sid Barrett, uh, which was a huge compliment because I'm not really a Floyd fan personally, but I'm very familiar with Pink Floyd, and the band's history, because my mum is one of the biggest Pink Floyd fans going. Um, and even though I don't really like the band's music, I'm quite fond of Sid Barrett's solo work, especially his album The Madcap Laugh. So yeah, it was a huge compliment, even though I don't think we're really all that similar. But I understood what he was saying. I think he was kind of an older guy, and he was pretty hippie looking, and he was just sort of grabbing for something that's whimsical. And I saw where it was coming from, and I appreciated it. And again, that's sort of it's the same way that the some of the laughs that some of the lines got had me thinking about recently, the kind of, I suppose, maybe comedic potential in some of in the way that I write songs. The Sid Barrett comment sort of really got me thinking as well about kind of in the same vein, but really hamming up the whimsy a bit because at that point I'd been writing pretty mellow and kind of sad songs for a while because it was just a bit of a dull time. January, February always is, but it kind of got me wanting to start trying to write some pop songs again, like the song with the stupid title. Because to be honest, that's my favorite song that I've written, and you know, I've got I need my sad songs because at the end of the day, not to sound like not to sound kind of cheesy, but music is therapy, songwriting is therapy, and when you're using songwriting as therapy, sometimes a lot of the time it is going to come out a bit down and a bit sad, but like yeah, I'm wanting to going forward write some more straightforward pop songs, just some more kind of happy, whimsical songs, maybe along those lines of Sid Barrett and whatever. So yeah, that's that really. Um, Moral of the story: don't send emails. You know, go talk to people in real life, I guess. And opportunity doesn't knock twice, strike twice. Can't really remember how that phrase goes, but you know the one I'm getting at. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. Right, look at this. Look at this. Well, we got some horses over here. Oh shit! Look, there's more. Haha! Awesome. I'm just chilling, having a drink. Cool. Let's go. Let's go check them out. The dog scared them off, so I'm going after them. But see, it's nice over here, but there's a storm. There's a storm of brewing, so I gotta go get the horses. Gotta go catch up to them, and then get back to my car before the rain comes in. I disconnected my mic, hence the difference in quality of audio. Okay, I'm going for the horses now. No, the quad bike's back and the horses are getting scared off. No, no. And the storm is rolling in. If I don't find them soon, I'll be done for. I got him. I'm pleased with myself. Oh, what are you doing, man? Now I gotta run. I gotta run into the eye of the storm. Oh no! 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 There's people all the way over there, and but I'm far away from that. Oh shit! I think I'm walking up a stream. I think that may be my issue. I've strayed too far. Curiosity. Kill the cat. If I die out here, stream shib on whole streaming services right now, and buy it on Bandcamp so my family can afford my funeral costs. Oh. This is so stupid. If I just gone back the way I came, there would have been a footpath, and I probably would be back by now. I think I'm coming out the bog a little bit. Oh my god, look at this, the absolute state on these. I'm back to my car, and there's literally horses here. They don't know what I did. They don't know what I did to see their brothers and sisters.
So that was stupid. That was really stupid. And even stupider is, I got back to my car, I opened the boot to put my tripod in the boot, and I must have put my keys in the boot as well. And basically my car, there's this stupid fucking thing where even though the car's unlocked, you have to hold down a button on the keys to unlock the boot. So I've locked my keys in the boot, and I can't go home. Oh. Right, so here's the deal. My keys are in the boot. I can only assume because I opened the boot, shut the boot, I don't have my keys. You can't put the seats down. You can't put the seats down from inside the car. You have to be in the boot. But there's this, right? There's this thing that if I can rip it out, I can get in the boot and get my fucking keys. Hang on. There they are. There they are. Holy shit. Holy shit. They're out of reach. They're just out of reach. Fuck. Right. The keys are out of reach. But listen up. I don't know where it is, but if I can find the lever that lowers the seat I'm in, there's enough of a room here for me to put my arm down. Yes! 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 Fuck yeah! That was the stupidest video ever. See you next week.